saying a few words?
Yeah, I thought that was a hard fight against a tough American, a durable American, an awkward, American style. Someone who's in the best shape of his life. By his own admission, better form than when he fought Sakio Bika. And I thought that was the sort of fight that James needed to take, and the sort of style he needed to be to take him to the next level, so that he can, get that sort of in the bank and move on to world titles, and not only win them but hold on to them. So for me, it was mission accomplished. It was it was a clear win. I thought it was an excellent performance from James, because DYAH Davis is such a good and awkward fighter. So from my point of view, mission accomplished, and it's wide open now, because obviously we've got Andre Ward in the States tonight. We've got Froch Groves next week. We've got Bika versus DeGALE in December, and this man's on the verge of fighting any of them. So I'll hand you over to James.
Decent fight. I'm not fully pleased with the performance, and it was just a decent fight. DYAH Davis is a good fighter. I was just speaking to his coach. He was saying he's been sparring Andre DeGALE, and he spars with a lot of good fighters, and he mixes with some good quality fighters. So I'm pleased with it. But middle rounds, I switched off. I got caught with a silly shot, and I lost a couple of the middle rounds. But apart from that, it was all right. And as I say, it's like my third fight this year, but I've had a 6-month break. And 6-month break. So I'm not pleased with that. But decent performance, and I want to just fight for a world title now, or some sort of final eliminator or something.
Any words from your trainer here?
Yeah, I'd just like to say I've just received 2 text messages from 2 world champions who both thought James was outstanding. For me, obviously on a basis, the real James DeGALE you'll see when he's got momentum. When you flash mine back when he boxed in Canada, and then he boxed again 3 weeks later, and from the first round he was just on it. He was just like a magnet. Tonight I thought the first 3 or 4 rounds he was finding it with little gloves on again, getting clipped with silly little shots, just trying to get the range with little gloves on, and it's tough. And if you cast mine back to the great Mike Tyson, when he was at his absolute best, when he was so pro, he used to box every 6 weeks. I know it ain't like that with being a champion and that, but the main thing with James is, even if it's just getting them little gloves in his hand, and being active with momentum. I really believe that you'll see a future world champion, and he's capable of beating all the belt holders. So just needs to be active and get out there and get in the mix.
Mick, they've been saying, sorry, tell them. Perhaps you'll clarify. The WBC have been saying eliminator with the Mexican Paribas.
They called for a final eliminator at the convention, and then they slightly changed it the next day. But the final eliminator against Paribas would be excellent, because that would set the clock ticking, and it would line up a mandatory shot at whoever wins Sakio at Bika and DeGALE. So there's that. But now we've got this fight out of the way, we've got something solid to lobby with now. It's a WBC defence against a quality American fighter, and now we've got something to lobby with the WBC.
You mentioned the other world champions tonight. Is Bika the preferred route?
Well, look, Bika's because the eliminator has been set. Bika is the route that it's a guaranteed route. You go through that route, you become mandatory. But as I said, Ward's fighting tonight, Froch Groves next weekend. It's a real exciting division there, and James is a world-class name, and with that Olympic pedigree as well, it makes it should make it appealing to broadcasters and promoters alike.
James, have you got a preference the champions?
Whoever, man. Whoever. As I say, when I get my chance, I'm going to take it with both hands. Whoever. You'd think some WBC champion, silver champion, you'd think it'd be the WBC route, but listen, I'm not fast.
Sorry, gentlemen, I cut you off.
No, certainly not the outcome you wanted for DYAH here tonight. Your thoughts on the fight?
I'd like to congratulate James for a good fight. Obviously he was a little tougher to hit than we thought. a little awkward, very quick, you know, nice fighter. In the third round, DYAH broke his jaw. His jaw was broken in the third round. I mean, that's not an excuse, you know, I mean, he fought as good as he could, you know. And, you know, we did the best we could. You know, we came in, you know, good shape, and we ran into a tough kid, you know, tough, hard to hit, you know. It was a good effort. You know, he struggled a little bit with the jaw. I think it slowed him down a little. He was a little tentative, but, you know, you can't take anything away from, you know, from DeGALE. He fought a smart fight. He moved well, and he's, you know, he's a tough kid to hit.
Did the break come in the second or the third?
You know what? I think it was either the second or the third, either one. You know, because he whispered to us. He said, you know, my jaw's broke. He broke it about 3 years ago in training. I wasn't with him, but he had the same break. It's not a major break, but it swells up and it starts to, you know, lock up on him. So yeah, I mean, he fought with it. You know, I'm not sure if it would have changed the outcome. We don't know, but you know, he gave a good fight. You know, he worked as hard as he could here tonight, you know, under the circumstances, and that's it, fellas. You know, you have any questions? That's about all I can tell you.
James, you said this is the first fight you've had injury-free for sort of 3 or 4. Your ability been able to move and slip. How did that feel tonight?
Yeah, as I said, it's not fully there yet, but it's nearly there. It still feels a bit heavy, and I can't go fully down, but it's much better. My last 4 fights, you've seen the progression, you've seen how better it's got. So as I say, hopefully next fight, it takes time. It took 2 years, you know, for the information and whatever it is to get it fixed. I've had some good physio with Gary Lewin, the England physio, so it's getting much better, and as I say, it's a time thing, but it's all good.
James, you in the past switched off in fights before. Today you had a very good fifth, and then next 3 rounds you didn't really do much at all. Why was that?
No, I just didn't want to go forward and get caught with stupid shots and get frustrated and then lose the rounds like that. A bit similar to Groves. I just didn't want to do that kind of thing. So I thought, I'm going to make it boring. I'm going to stand off. I'm going to make him come, kind of thing. And that's what it was. That's what it was.
One of the times you did go forward in the fourth, I thought that was your best round.
Yeah.
The last couple.
Yeah.
And then
just cruised it, kind of thing, didn't I? Yeah, it was good. It was a good learning fight. It was a bit awkward. But as I said, all I wanted to do is get the win. That's it. I'm not making mistakes. If the fight's boring, the fight's boring. Do you know what I'm saying? Just getting that win.
How soon again do you want to be out there, guys? I mean, when do you like to be back in?
We're looking at February.
February?
is there a chance of being on the Fury bill?
That's, you know, we're obviously going to propose a fight for James on that card, yes.
And eliminate it possibly on that card, because that's
yeah,
potentially going to have, you know, money put behind it.
That would be the ideal fight to get on there, to propose, yeah.
But also give you the bigger atmosphere, James.
Of course, yeah, and that's what we need to do now. As I say, once I start boxing the marquee names and the bigger fights, the arenas start getting bigger, and that's what I want. And that's what I want. You know, that's what I'm about. So yeah.
So you got to give Di Davis a lot of credit. I think, and I was just listening to your comments there about James should have pushed the fight more, but you know what? 2 years ago he probably would have, when he was a little bit more reckless, a little bit more gun-ho, but he was more efficient tonight. He was in with a smart operator. I don't know if you guys know, he was a very dangerous right uppercut, and he was very clever. So James has used that experience that he's gained to be smart and do a type of Mayweather job and pick the shots and still win the rounds nicely.
But you say that, but there were 3 rounds in the middle of the day, he threw a punch and didn't win the round. So he actually let Davis back in the fight.
It's all about styles. See, with that guy, if you rush into it, styles make fights. With that guy, you could rush into
but again,
it.
it wasn't about
have a crowd pleasing in the fight, take shots.
It was. You've done well for 5 rounds and then switched off. You said it yourself.
that was me. Probably that's my fault. Me probably being a bit lazy, having a little breather.
You know what?
Probably, if you look on the scorecards, I probably didn't lose them 3 rounds. Right. Probably didn't if you look.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
when you're in there with guys who are sharp like him, like you look at his trainer, the guys he spars with and works with, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. He's got a good record. And James in the past has tried to be gun and please the crowd, and all of a sudden you're taking silly shots. You don't need to take silly shots. And like, thought he boxed smart. You know, you could see the bit of inactivity in James, but if you have a look at the last 2 rounds, he was in the zone, not tremendous. His movement was good, and that's what he needs, that momentum, so he's active in his ring shot.
The majority of shots, he couldn't hit me.
Yeah.
He said, I was hard to hit. I was slipping 3s and 4s, mate. Watch it back, he couldn't hit me.
Yeah,
there was only once or twice where I got, thinking at 6th round where I got hit, which was clean my hand on my nose,
yeah.
But I firmed that and I was nice.
See, I can understand it. If it's like an opponent who's like, with that guy, you couldn't just walk in. You had to do it smart. A couple of times he rushed it early and run to a couple of decent shots. So to James, slow yourself down, put your thinking cap on and be smart. You've got to give him a feint. You've got to break him up with a jab before you put the shot together. That kid was a good fighter, very good fighter. James should get a lot of credit. Good fighter.
Uncle's coaches.
And
He trains with a lot of good fighters, isn't it?
With Bernard
We were. And spars with a lot of good fighters, mate.
You know, I'll tell you, I wish he would have came after him. I mean, that's where I hope, because we had trouble tracking him down. You know, that, you know, it kind of frustrated us a little bit, you know, frustrated him a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, we thought you were going to use your head, and you know, you moved pretty good, yeah, I got to tell you.
That's the side of boxing that James...
He used his head, huh?
Yeah, box smart.
I thought he fought a smart.
And listen, boxing's the art of self-defense. Look at Mayweather, he's the best fighter in the world, he don't get with a punch.
James, end of the 11th on the ropes with Davis, and you whispered something in his ear. Can you tell us what you said?
I don't know what I said. Probably, come on, let's just do that. No, I can't even remember it. But he was confident, he was very confident. I was getting to the end of the fight and I was getting to him. I know he couldn't hit me, kind of thing. So I must have said something like, hit me, or come on, can you hit me? Or no.
James, was he different to what you thought he was going to be? Because I know you were working in training a lot, cutting down the ring, cutting the space and stuff, but he seemed to meet you, you know, in the middle of the ring quite a lot.
He did, but he won't throw much. So I was just waiting to throw a miss and me counter. But yeah, he was like kind of tricky to hit. He kept on, every time I come in with my left hand, he was dipping and I was going over his shoulder.
Wait, was it similar to how you thought he was going to play out? Or?
Yeah, I mean, he was like, I knew he was obviously a very good fighter. James has some really good sparring with Tony Bellew, which paid off because we knew, looking at the guy, he knew how to lock people up. And back in the day, James got very frustrated, but tonight he showed his maturity, didn't panic, stayed cool, got banged away, let the ref do his job, and was very efficient. And that's all part of the development process of the product you've got to go through. Because you be in fights under the big lights, someone's tying you up and you become frustrated and do reckless things, you come undone. And that kid was very, very smart. You can see he sparred with Bernard Hopkins, you can see he sparred with DeGALE. He's a good operator. He's locking up, he's smart. You don't even know he's locking up, he's just class. They're moves, professional moves. And James has now, that fight will be great for him, advantageous. Once he's active, you'll see the difference in everything James does, he'll do at a faster pace. The last 2 rounds you could see, he was back in the small glove atmosphere. His accuracy was different, his timing was better, his jab was efficient. But the early rounds you could see he was reaching for shots, because you've got to be that ring sharpness.
Did you think you had that tune-up fight in Canada before the Bozich fight?
Yeah,
like 20 days before. Would you consider doing that, something like that again before another one, or would you not want to do it?
Yeah. All I want to be is active. If I could have 4 or 5 quality 12 rounders, I'll be speaking. Sometimes it don't work like that.
Nick on the venue, pleased with how everyone's like and the turnout and the whole show?
Yeah, no, I was pleased. It's obviously, you know, this is, I think, is it the 3rd or 4th time we promoted it. It's a new venue. We're the only people that promoted here, and it's in this building. It's got a lot of potential. But yeah, I was pleased with the atmosphere tonight. I thought it was quality atmosphere for TV, definitely.
Bring back?
Well, here, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great venue. You know, people come here, they like it. You know, it's easy to park, and there's a million things to do before you get here. So it's good.
What's the situation with the WBC changed the goalposts after a day? Was that introducing another fight, maybe not a final eliminator, just an eliminator?
They come back and said it was an eliminator the next day, and that the winner fights Chavez Jr. in a final eliminator. Well, look, if that's in stone, then great, we'd grab it with both hands, because it'd be great to do a final eliminator with Chavez Jr. for sure. But he's never going to do that. He's not going to take James on in the final eliminator. It's a bit crazy. So you have to go through these things with the sanctioning bodies, and it will level itself out. As long as we stay firm, we've got an eliminator, they should hold it as a final eliminator because they called it a final eliminator. If we can hold them to that, you know, from my experience with the sanctioning bodies, it will level itself out and James will get his shot.
You don't anticipate shadows on that fight, is he off the radar?
No, look, we'd love it. Well, I think I can safely say we'd all love that. But, you know, Chavez taking James DeGALE on a final eliminator, you know, he's never going to do that. I don't even know why it was proposed or why they put it there. It was just, for me, it was just crazy.
When's first bids with Caravan?
They haven't called for them yet. It was, as I said before, it was pretty vague out there because, you know, the president wasn't there. He was obviously having, you know, he had heart surgery in Los Angeles, and it was just one of them situations where, you know, decisions going to be made after. But for James, he's just fought. The beauty of it is he's in the mix. He's recently fought the same time Ward's fighting, a week before Froch Groves, and he's just literally fought after this convention when they called final eliminator. So now he's got a great case.
What's the situation with Channel 5 dates?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be busy with them next year.
Got anything so far?
We're looking at a February date. So I've got to work out whether, you know, we're doing James, you know, on the Fury A bill, or whether we do it as a standalone date.
Any more questions? All right, well, again, on behalf of Hennessy Sports, we thank you.